You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
Proceed to the highlighted route. In 800 feet, turn right on US 61 BR, and then turn right in 500 feet.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snuff Number 7. I am your soul brother. Number 1.
In 400 feet, turn right on US 61 South, Troy Avenue with the Saints.
Ever since I was very young, I have been fascinated with the sky. Fascinated, oh, excuse me, about to sneeze. Hold on. Whew. Fascinated with the sun, the stars, the moon.
Continue on this road for 45 miles.
I would look into the sky and wonder what's out there. And I'm very sure that is just part of human nature. Curiosity. I'm very sure this is the same attitude that ancient people had. Not only did they wonder about the universe,
Speed warning.
but they were new to the planet itself. And there was a lot to discover. I can imagine, I mean, even animals. And sometimes you seek to discover because of curiosity, and sometimes you seek to discover out of a need for survival. And I want you to keep this in mind. You seek to survive due to survival. If you really look at the old Star Trek series, Captain Kirk and Spock and Dr. McCoy and Scotty and the sister that she controls some of the communications of the ship, Lieutenant Uhura. In their talk, what you notice, what I noticed, why are they out in the stars? They are out in the heavens. They are out in the stars. It seems to me seeking resources. So I would assume that the earth, the majority of the resources have been used up. And now the earthlings, or the human beings, use their technology to seek other worlds, because this is a matter of survival. Of course, curiosity, but this is a matter of survival. I would assume that in our current state, I am told that the continent of Africa is the last stronghold of resources. So what are you going to do once that is gone? Either you go extinct, or you need to find resources. And so when you look at science fiction, when you look at Star Trek and Star Wars, these are futuristic stories, because the human being, or the earthling, generally you are curious, but this is a matter of survival. So I go out into the heavens to go where no man has gone before, because I have no choice. It reminds you of Europe, early Europe. The white man, or the Caucasian, or the pink man, they was doing fine in Europe for years and years and years. But they began to exploit their resources, and they trampled over where they live. And even though, like I told you, there is a curiosity to wonder what is beyond yourself, like many of us. We grow up in small towns, we grow up in cities and whatever. And if it's possible, many of you will stay right there where you at, where you was born. In the little town in Mississippi, in the little city where you was born. Many of us will stay where we was born, but there's a necessity. Your area does not have the jobs. Your area is lacking. So you find yourself, you have no choice but to move. And that's what animals do all the time. That's what early human beings done, being nomads, because resources will get low in certain places. So you would be nomadic and go where the food is. And so the tiger and the cheetah Wherever the wildebeest and the antelope, wherever they go, these animals have no choice but to follow. They're not doing it out of curiosity. They could care less about what's on the other side of the river. The problem is we don't have nothing to eat over here. So we're gonna have to move or starve. It's not about, ooh, I wonder how those trees over there look. I don't give a damn about them trees. I wonder if we can eat them trees because there's nothing over here for us. So of course, there's curiosity. I wonder what's out there.
Speed warning.
And then there's also necessity because, hey, everything here drying up. The earthling or the human being knows that what they are doing, the human being is on their way to extinction because the resources that you depend on and what you're doing to the planet is going to make the earth uninhabitable for earthlings. Unless you can adapt to the resources that's available. But for some animals, for some life forms, they cannot adopt. So they go extinct. They starve to death. They go extinct. You cannot eat just any kind of grass. You cannot eat any kind of animal. You cannot drink any kind of water. You cannot drink seawater. So when these things are not readily available, in order for you to survive, the human being, either you will go extinct or your population levels will drop to almost nothing and start all over again from scratch. Or your other option is to go where no man has ever gone before.
Speed warning.
Now, there's a brother on YouTube. We have a love-hate relationship, but he understands much. And he will suggest to me, and I don't disagree, he will suggest to you and I that it is best that we return to a primitive way of life. There's nothing wrong with that. Return back to hunting and gathering, a nomadic life. Return back to a more natural way of living. I have no problem with that. If we done that, you wouldn't have to worry about electric bill, gas bill, water bill, getting up every day to go to some damn job, working for somebody else. It's a whole lot of things. That type of lifestyle is a benefit to us. And of course, living what we call a primitive lifestyle is thousands and thousands of years lifestyle, more so than how we live now. The way we live now is based on oil, the Industrial Revolution, which is a few hundred years old. It is a very unnatural lifestyle. And of course, you love your cell phone, you love your car, you love airplanes and high-powered boats, you love your guns, You love everything about modern life. You love your air conditioning. Oh, you know you love your air conditioning. It's getting really hot now, summertime coming. You love your heat, nice and warm in the wintertime. But all this, you have a high price to pay.
Speed warning.
Using oil and these chemicals, now you have more cancer, you're more sick, and because you are more sick, and because you're filled with poisons, your very egg and your very sperm is bad quality, and we're producing bad, low quality human beings, which means that you can't think properly, which means that your behavior is not proper. And so you have endless wars, endless conflict, endless problems. And because your brain is poorly developed, you don't know how to solve these problems. So yes, you live comfortable, but you have a price. There's a price to pay. And your individuality is thrown to the side. Most of you, of course not those who come to this platform, as you know, the majority of people on this planet are zombies, programmed robots. Your individuality, your personality is gone. Robots and zombies, the Walking Dead, these are the real zombies. The Walking Dead, the mentally dead. The average American citizen is dumb as hell. There was a show, well, the show still continues. Hey, how you doing there, Legend? I was watching the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And you know, Jay Leno will go out in the streets and ask simple, basic questions every American should know. Since you're so patriotic and you love your country and you know, and all this kind of, and you so highly educated, you so damn smart.
Speed warning.
Jay Leno will go out into the public and ask simple questions. I don't care what their education level was. He proved that Americans are just stupid. But they know how to get drunk. They know how to smoke weed. They know how to have lots of babies. They know how to kill a lot of babies too at the abortion clinic. They know how to rape children. They know how to beat women. They know how to beat men. They know how to drive drunk. They know how to murder. So,
speed warning.
You're really losing. In this more modern society, you are better now in a so-called primitive or savage society.
Speed warning.
Have you ever heard of drive-by? They don't have guns, so drive-by spear chucking in primitive society? Do you hear about primitive people raping their babies, pedophiles?
Speed warning.
And getting drunk? And gender confused? I don't know whether I'm male or female. I was born a male, but I feel like I'm a female. None of this behavior is recorded in primitive society. In the so-called modern civilized society, all kinds of ailments afflict the human being. And you depend on resources that is non-renewable. Once the oil is gone, once these things that we use is gone, they're gone. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Africa, you finally rape Africa for everything Africa has? I want to talk to the pro-black folks, these blackity black folks. Africa got all these resources. What you gonna do when it's all gone? It might take a little time, but it's gonna all be gone. Can't go to Europe. Europe don't have nothing. Can't go to Asia. Asia don't have nothing. Now, we really don't know what's in Antarctica, really, because it's under all that damn ice. But sooner or later, all of it's gonna be gone. Then what you gonna do? So we need to go where no man has ever gone before.
Speed warning.
I do agree, and I see no problem with the primitive lifestyle. However, for me, the human being or the earthling,
speed warning,
we develop a brain so incredible. Whether it's for curiosity or whether it's for survival. We have this need to know. Just like people looking at the ocean. And for ancient people looking at the ocean, just like looking out into the universe. Now for me, and a lot of us, we wouldn't dare go out in all that water, and there is no land out. No, I'm not going out into that.
Speed warning.
But there's many of us, and I must applaud, and I don't give a damn about their race or their gender. These were some brave, bold men and women who was able to look at the ocean or decide,
speed warning,
I don't know what's out there, but I'm going. You don't know what's on the other side. You have no idea. You could be going to your death. They don't care. I wonder what's on the other side of the mountain. I don't know. And I don't want to know. I'm going to the other side of the mountain. You know, when I was growing up,
speed warning,
well, you don't know, I'm going to tell you. When I was growing up in this small town, and I was 18 years old
speed warning,
before I went to the town next door. I was 18 years old. I lived and did everything in my small little town till I was grown. One day, me and my so-called friend, we got on our bikes and we decided, I wonder what the other town is about. I want to go see. We were scared. No, I'm going to tell you, I was scared. But we got on our bike and we rode to the edge of town.
Speed warning.
And you know, there's a sign that says, welcome to, you know, the new town, population so-and-so. Woo, we were scared. We're getting ready to cross the border. And we crossed the border.
Speed warning.
And we were scared. We didn't know what to expect. And the people in the other town who were just like us. I don't know what. People had us scared to go to the other side.
Speed warning.
Oh, those people over there, they'll kill you. If you go to the other side, you might not come back. The people in the other town was no different than us. Wow. Matter of fact, I think that's what my friend got his first girlfriend when he went to the other side. Because he wouldn't get no play in our little small town. And he finally got his first girlfriend on the other side. I think that's what happened. But now, I want to wrap this up to say this.
Speed warning.
The earthling, the brain, what we have, we are not going to be satisfied as human beings.
Speed warning.
Just living on this planet. Because we have this thing about curiosity. We're not gonna do it. You might be comfortable living and you will die in your small town or in your primitive lifestyle or whatever. But the human being, the earthling, is not going to be satisfied with that. I know about the earth. It's not too much.
Speed warning.
Human beings don't know about the earth. Now I want to know what's up with all that out there in the blackness. I want to go out there. I want to see.
Speed warning.
See, when we talk about religion and going to heaven, we think about going to see God and all like that. But in a real sense, it's just a curiosity of what's out there, the unknown.
Speed warning.
You have a fear of the unknown, but at the same time, you want to know what secret you hide, what you got. It reminds you of, you remember when we was children, and a child will walk up to you with their hands behind their back, and the child will say, guess what? Guess what I got behind my back? Now, at first you will say, I don't care. I don't care what you got. But see, there's a curiosity in us that needs to be fed because it starts bothering you. What you got behind your back? Let me see. And they'll keep turning away so that you can't see. I want to see what you got behind your back. Now, you said you didn't want to know. But the reality is your brain said, I want to know. What you got? Is it some candy? Is it a new toy? What is that you got behind your back? It's just a curiosity in people. I mean, we walk down our neighborhood and you minding your own business.
Speed warning.
But I'm very sure sometimes you look at your neighbor's house And you wonder what they doing in there. Because you know what you're doing in your house. What they doing in their house. You might even wonder if your dog live outside in his dog house. I wonder what Scruffy doing out of his. It's just curiosity. We have a need to know. According to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Nation of Islam, I was taught the black man is the original man. The Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. How can you be God of the universe and you never been out in the universe? The only place you ever been was right here on this planet. So, in order for us to be God of the universe, which you really never will be, because space, universe, it looked like it's endless. You're going to be spending generations trying to figure the whole thing out. So let's do it. Now, how are we going to do this? In the present condition of the earthling, it's not going to never happen. It's not going to happen.
Speed warning.
The present condition of the human being or the earthling, you can try. The United States sends ships and rockets into the atmosphere. And I think China does, and I think Russia does. You can try, but you're not going to really get nowhere. And the reason why you're not going to get anywhere is because you're divided as earthlings. In order for you to go out into the universe, you must use everything that you got as one species, as earthlings. Not as black, not as Asian, not as Caucasian, not as Indian or whatever. You have to act as one species for what is in the best interest of that species, especially if you want to survive. You think that you could do it just for the Caucasian people, that you could do it just for the Asian. It's not going to work. You need the brain power available from every human being that we got. I am told that the answer to your prayer comes from the womb of a woman.
Speed warning.
So the technology that we need is going to come from a person, regardless of their race, from a woman. Look how we treat our women, though. And you know, women are treated really, really bad, and they still produce genius children. And that's another thing.
Warning.
You're not going to go nowhere till you treat this woman right. Just like Whoopi Goldberg said in The Color Purple to her abuser. Forgot what his name was. Until you do right by me, everything you touch, everything you do will backfire. Until this male, until this man treat his woman right, everything he touches, everything he does ain't gonna work. Has it worked? You've been beating up women, raping women, exploiting women, doing them dirty for generations. What has this male produced? Everything he touched, everything he do is poison. Everything he do, everything he touch is destruction and chaos and mayhem. Until you do right by her, whether you like it or not. She's the key. She's the example. She's the connection. She's the one, she's the life giver. The only thing you can do is help produce life. You cannot nurture, and you cannot develop life. And see, that's the problem with men. That's the problem with men. Jealousy and envy of womanhood. I saw a post. Post was talking about how the grandmother actually carries her grandchildren. You say, well, how does the grandmother carry her grandchildren in her womb? Well, according to the post, the grandmother is able to carry the grandchildren in her womb because she carried the mother of those children, and the mother already have her eggs in her as she's developing in the grandmother's womb. It's all about the woman. And then here comes a man. What about the male? Has nothing to do with you. You don't have no damn eggs. See, that's the problem. These men want to be women. They want to be able to get the praise and the honor and the connection that the woman has. She can't help what she is or who she is. Nature done that. So I'm going to take her place. When you see homosexual men, it's a reflection of their mind. They want to be women. That's where it comes from. Because deep down inside, in their subconscious, they want the role of a woman. The woman she can't have Mother's Day. What about the father? So now you gotta have Father's Day because these men don't want you to have nothing. They deny you the right to vote. They deny you the right to speak. They deny you the right to own land. They have denied women everything for generations. They don't want you to have a damn thing. Don't want you to have nothing. Without the seed, you can't have a baby. Exactly. You're just a helper. You're just a helper. That's all you can do. only thing you can do is put the seed in the ground. You can't grow the plant. You can't nurture the plant. You just a helper. You just an assistant. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. These men are jealous of women. What about me? What about me? Jealousy, envy. You are not going to go to outer space. The only space you are going to go to is that space 6 foot under the damn ground. That's the only space that your happy ass need to go and you deserve.
5 miles. Keep to the right on
You silly and you stupid.
61 south.
And you are savage. And you're not a savage in the manner of a primitive person. You are savage. Matter of fact, you're not even like an animal. You have no mind. You have no conscience.
Speed warning.
See what I mean? Without the seed, there's no baby. You just a helper. See what I mean? This person got to stand up. What about the men? You want somebody to baby you. What about me? And the thing about it, when it's all said and done, these women love their men. They love you. But men don't love men. Men don't love men. You find shame in your role in life. You find your role disgusting. It's not good enough. But she love you. She love you to death.
Speed warning.
I seen women so in love with their men. They want to cook. They want to clean. You don't have to tell them, well, you know, that's part of your duty. They like doing it. They want to take care of you.
Keep to the right on I-64 East, US 40 East, US 61 South.
When men do
Speed warning.
what they supposed to do, even these sisters that don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean very well, but they try.
Continue on this road for 41 miles.
Because they want to take care of you. I seen a group of women. Maybe you haven't.
Speed warning.
Cooking for the men in the family. They smiling. They trying to make sure the seasoning is just right. They trying to make sure that every spoon is nice and clean. The plates are shiny. The table is clean and pretty. Because they in love with their son. They in love with their husband. And you chipping off the little praise they get. I'm not envious, I'm just saying. Why are you saying? Why do you find the need to say? Why do you have a need to say? I never trip off women like that. You don't never have to praise me. Never.
Speed warning.
But see, that's the problem. With men, I did not say black men. I did not say Chinese. I did not say Caucasian. I said men. This is men all over the earth. Jealous, envious
Speed limit reduced ahead.
of womanhood. Well, the sad thing about it is you murder people and you bully and you kill and you steal, and you will never get the praise and the honor women get. You're not going to get it. Because they are mother. The life giver. The nurturer. The developer. Like the universe. You, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to get that. It's always going to be about mama. Even when you look at nature, the connection is to mama. She's the one got the breast. You don't have no damn breast. You spent 9 months in her womb. The male don't have that kind of connection. And when you are a baby, it's her voice that you hear. Very few men change diapers. Very few men mess with babies like that. Very few. So the child come out the mama's womb. So the child is listening to the mama's voice. Where your voice at? You're not interested in cleaning up doo-doo and pee-pee. You're not interested in that. You might change a diaper now and then, but it's mama and other females. And mama got to be in love with that child, because some of y'all, when you was babies, y'all know y'all tore that diaper up. It was some stinky stink in them diapers, boy. And mama be cleaning you up, and she said, ooh, stinky stink, and she be smiling. Oh, baby stink. And she be kissing on you and cleaning all that old nasty up, and like, ooh. Most men don't do that. You're not gonna do that. So why should you get the honor and the praise? You're not gonna get it. So in order, if the human being is going to survive, or simply for the sake of curiosity, the earthling or the human being, you got to get your act together. And in order to go out into outer space, if you truly want to be God of the universe, it's not about black people being God of the universe. That's race garbage. That's race. That concept, that mindset is based on racism, not reality. If the human being, the earthling, see again, it goes back. Let's go back to Star Trek. Let's go back to Star Wars. When you look at that, it's fiction. But when you go back and look at those stories about outer space and the universe, they are not tripping. They're not tripping about race.
Speed warning.
You got the black folks out there, the white folks. Matter of fact, as they go out into space, green people, purple people, they don't give a damn about race no more. It's more so about your species. Are you an earthling? What planet you come from? And another thing that you're not gonna like, they don't talk about religion no more. There is no spirituality. There is no Islam. There's no Christianity. All these things are gone. Spirituality and religion keep you locked down in the grave. You're not going nowhere. It hinders this mindset hinders your brain development. So in order to go out to where no man has ever gone before, it's going to take an effort by the whole species. Earthlings, human beings. Whether you just want to be curious or it's a matter of survival, it's going to take all the human beings, because you don't know where your blessing is going to come from.
Speed warning.
The child or the human being that helped develop the technology that you need in order to go out into the universe could come from the womb of an Asian lady, a soul sister, an African woman, a Caucasian. We don't know. That's why it's important to treat all our women with honor and respect. Also, you silly fool, she is you. You are her. You treat her bad, you really treating herself. You really treating yourself bad. And you wonder why you're in the condition that you're in. We need to reject these patriarchal thinking process, this mindset. We need to let go of religion and spirituality. We need to let go of racism, the concept of race. As long as you hold on to these mental poisons,
Speed warning.
there's only one destiny for you, and that's your inevitable extinction. I won't be around. Don't make any difference, because when it's all said and done, the human species, the earthling, you'll be dead anyway. This does not mean that the deer are going to go extinct, or the bear, or the roaches, or no, just y'all earthling, happy ass, God of the universe.
Speed warning.
You never gonna die. Well, y'all never gonna die anyway, according to religion. Human beings can't die, according to religion. You can't go extinct anyway. According to religion and spirituality, you can't go extinct anyway. You can't die. The only thing you do is transition to another realm, another dimension, or you go to a holding place and just sit around and be bored until the judgment day, and,
Speed warning.
until the rapture, or all these other stuff, whatever. Whatever. So we can survive better returning to a primitive lifestyle. Nothing wrong with that. But I truly believe that we can live a natural way of life, but also develop the technology so that we can feed our curiosity about what's out there in the universe. I will never know. All I can do is go out on my back porch or whatever and look into the sky. All I can do is imagine. But we have the potential to make whatever we imagine a reality. The human being can do that.
Speed warning.
If it's realistic. If it's realistic. How you doing, everybody? I really can't see all the comments. That's why I haven't I haven't been able to respond to all the comments. This sun is shining on my telephone. I can't really see all the comments. But I welcome everybody to this talk early this morning. I don't expect, of course, to get a lot of views. That's not what it's about. It's about talking to people that think like myself. You don't have to think 100% like me. But we've broken that robotic zombie mindset. So you are special. You don't have to agree with me. But the fact that you are here, you're special. You are outside the norm. Because the zombies and the robots, they cannot even comprehend the things that come from this rostrum. What are you talking about? Because they live in the past. I want to go out into the universe. I want to see what's out there. It might not even be nothing out there. But I want to know.
Speed warning.
I want to know. And we will know. Maybe not our species of human being, but another earthling, another human life form
Speed warning.
will come up, and they're going to find out what's out there. So with that said, on that note, I thank you for listening early this morning. I appreciate it. And watch yourself out there with this virus thing. And don't be paranoid. But you and I both know that this is not a peaceful place. All kinds of predators are waiting on us. That predator could have a Caucasian face, but most of the time, that predator is going to be black, a soul brother and sister just like you and me. Chances are. That's just the reality of it. You have more probability if you're going to get hurt, if you're going to be harassed. There's more of a chance that it's going to be done. You're going to have a conflict with somebody that look like you, more so than a Caucasian. That's just the reality of it. Especially our young, misguided, lost young people. They just out there wandering. They have no real guidance. They see that black leadership, a bunch of losers. They don't know what to do. So they turn on themselves. And if they see you, if you are in the wrong place, at the wrong time, they'll look at you. Let's rob that old nigga. He look easy to, he look like an easy victim. Have no respect for their elders or anything. Here I am. I would be 60 years old, right around the corner. Nobody give a damn. I'm an older person. They don't care. Push me over. Talk to me any kind of crazy way. They don't care. That's why I better have a gun. That's why I better be able to stay in the best shape I can. So if I don't have my gun, when I hit you, I'm hitting to kill your ass and take you out. That's just the reality that I'm dealing with here. My own children. I don't have biological children. Your children out here that y'all having be the same ones gonna turn around and send you to the morgue. So, again, be careful out here, y'all. Don't be paranoid. But it's a jungle. It's a jungle. It's a jungle. And I'm not gonna sit around here and we don't tell these feel-good stories. And we don't do that here. So on that note, let me get out of here. Have a pleasant day if you can. And as Don Cornelius said, I wish us love, peace, and soul. We out.